I'm Claire and this is Elton and we are UK Barn Finds. We bought a 1954 Austin A30 at auction which had been laid up in a barn since 1971. In previous episodes we freed off the seized engine and incredibly got her running. Coming up...
Get ready to run.
Alright, okay. Jesus.
I'm really confused now. This isn't what I expected to be holding in my hands right now.
Right, so this is it. I can't believe it. Let's see if we can actually drive PPW. So we're going to have a look at little PPW and see where we're at in terms of trying to get her to drive. See you putting some air in the tyres there, Elton. How's it going?
It's coming out as fast as it's going in.
Oh.
The valve's had it, so I'll see if I can find a dust cover in this tip we call a workshop. I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. I'm trying to work out where that air's coming out. I thought it was coming out from the valve. It is a bit. Right. See if this will give us enough air just to do what we want to do. If not, I need to find a spare wheel.
I can hear it.
Yeah, it's behind the valve. There. I can hold it there. There's a hole behind this. It's an inch, isn't it? Alright. That might slow down proceedings a bit. Alright, that'll do for now.
Unfortunately, the clutch is stuck on PPW, but we have a plan. First, we need to start her up for a bit to get warm, then stop the engine. Then, we need to place chocks in front of the rear wheels so that we don't go careering into the workshop should we be successful, as we still have no brakes. Elton is then going to put the car into third gear and whilst keeping his foot on the clutch pedal, start the engine. The jolt should hopefully free the clutch disc from the flywheel. Simple, right? Let's see.
I can't find a chock. So I found two.
Being resourceful.
We shall see if it starts first.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. That'll be first, second, third, a bit there. Yeah. I'm not going to do anything. I haven't even looked to see how the clutch works. You can feel a spring on it, can't you? When you push it. Have you pressed the clutch in there?
Yes.
Right. So we'll try choke. Might help if I connect the battery, isn't it? That'll do. Lights are on.
Awesome.
There's no one home. Look, I've still only got one side light working. Tell me when that goes off, please.
Off? Yeah.
Cool. Right, wind out the way.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and start it, so we can get some heat in it first.
Yeah.
I think that chokes out. Come on, girl. Whoa, it's not done its first time, Claire.
Oh dear.
Oh, hang on, now the choke's out. Yeah, that was the choke. It's sticky. And now it's stuck open. I don't want to leave that running too long.
No.
My manual choke. I don't really want it running this fast, to be honest. Get a little bit of warmth in there. So, it's chocked, got a handbrake on.
Yeah.
I don't want to panic here. We've got no brakes, so I don't know why I'm pressing them. Might have done it.
You're kidding.
Find out.
Okay.
I'll tell you why, best way actually. Something definitely popped out because it didn't. I started that in gear.
Yeah, I heard something.
You probably heard more than me. I'm got all the rattling and that going on in there.
Yeah, she's not the quietest of motor vehicles.
Welcome to the world of old cars.
Indeed. Fun though, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Right. Get ready to run.
All right, okay. Jesus.
Do you remember where reverse is? There. Hey, look. She's driving. So we got clutch and we got gears, Claire, look. Backwards and
Awesome.
forwards. I'll come and talk to you because otherwise you won't hear me.
Okay.
So I had the handbrake off, that's why it felt a bit notchy, but I noticed there was somebody had walked past walking their dogs and I didn't want to disturb them too much. Right, so whilst I'm laying on the floor, we were going to be a bit cheeky and just see if we could get away with putting some fluid in and bleeding the brakes and just seeing if we had enough just to stop it at 5 miles an hour. But if you look at that master cylinder, I'm assuming that's a master cylinder under there, that's absolutely shot to pieces. If that's the state of the outside of the rubber, you can guess what the inside's going to be like. So the brakes would need to be done if we were ever going to use the brakes. So at some point we'd like to do that, Claire, yeah?
Yep.
And that's going to involve you crawling under here, taking all this off, rebuilding it and then putting it back on, yeah?
All right, yeah, fine.
Yeah, you heard that, everyone. Right, anyway, there you go. So that ain't getting done today. There you go, dear. I might need an engine hoist to lift me up now.
How about an arm? Let me give you an arm, look. Wounded soldier with your back.
The next day.
So, it's another day.
That was my best Elvis impression. Yeah, so we ordered those parts from... Can you pop this address up this time, please, Claire? It's Austin A30, A35, spare parts, something or other, dot whatever.
Okay.
But if you pop it up, they're really good. So yesterday afternoon we were filming here and I said, okay, we'll do the brakes. And I ordered them and think, oh, that'd be good. I ordered them on a Thursday night. I'll have the weekend and that to relax and chill. And they arrived first thing this morning on the Friday. So,
Which is brilliant and reminds the people watching what parts we have ordered.
well, I'm going to send you over to have a look at them in a minute. So what we're going to do today is I'll have a look at the wheels. I don't even know what that looks like in there. I had a quick look a few weeks ago at another site that was doing a proper restoration on one of these. So I've got a rough idea, and I think there's 2 wheel cylinders each side and a master cylinder. Today I'm going to have a look at the wheel cylinders and see how much of a pain they are. You can go and have a look whilst I'm just getting this wheel off at the actual kits. It's so simple, and you realise that's the fine line between brakes and no brakes sometimes. It's literally 2 bits of rubber per cylinder.
Okay, let me go and show the folks what we have. We have the 4 sets of rubber seals, and we have the bits for the brake cylinder. I'm sure it's going to be really easy and straightforward to fit. What do you reckon, Elton?
Next. Now, as long as that comes off, they're not rocket science, but I'll be honest with you, and I need to keep reiterating this because I've made this mistake before. When we've gone on this YouTube journey, people hop in at different points and they don't get what we're doing here. This is literally supposed to have never even gone this far. This is just a show car to say we are UK Barn Finds. If I was doing the brakes for the road, to be honest, you know, I'd just buy new wheel cylinders, new master cylinders, new shoes. Because they're all available and you know they're good. In the old days though, this is what I used to do with my Minis. So we'd get the wheel cylinders, we'd clean them out, fit the new repair kits, and about 3 weeks later they'd go again. But it got us from A to B for a while. But yeah, but we're going to do it the old way for this. Literally, this car is only ever going to drive on and off a trailer.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and you want to see it being done.
Yeah, of course.
I'd have happily done it on the handbrake. Can I just put that out there? But Claire likes to have luxuries like brakes and things in cars.
Well, you know what? I'd really like, if we can, to have a little ride round the farm in it. That would be like my dream come true.
Don't want much, do you? Whilst I'm doing this, Claire, you may want to just point out, I know it's only silly, but some people like our whole A30 journey, don't they?
They do.
I was pulling my hair out the other day, what's left of it, because I thought I dreamt it, because this one's missing a hubcap, isn't it? I thought I dreamt it, and I was looking in the boot here, looked in BPC, the grey one that we've got, which we will come back to at some point. Don't think we've forgotten that one. It's just been a bit of a weird few months. And then I remembered you cleared out that one for your cleaning video, which I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And I found the bits on the bench over there, and lo and behold, there was a spare hubcap, so it's on the rear.
Yeah, let me show you guys what.
Only silly little things though. That
Ta-da!
It's the shiniest bit on the car, look. Even that's filthy. So before I jacked the car up, I loosened off all the wheel nuts, which is normal procedure. I expected them obviously to be jammed up, but I shouldn't, because PPW tries to help us all the way, and they were nice and loose. They've actually, you can feel a bit of grease on there still after all those years.
Blimey.
Yeah, I know. So the wheel's off. I've put some gloves on. I'm not going to, normally I'd clean all this up. I don't know if I'm being over cautious or what, but I used to use asbestos back in the day, and I don't really, we're surrounded by it anyway, living on an old farm. I don't really want to aggravate it anymore, so I'm just going to work with what we've got. I'm looking, there's 2 screws, but they're different heads, so I'm just going to take them both off and have a look. If you're going to do this, really, you should probably get a workshop manual or something. At some point, if that is just one holding the drum on, which it looks like, I reckon it's just when they've done the brakes, they've put a new one in there, because that's different. But look how well that's preserved.
Impressive, isn't it?
Good old British steel, you see.
British steel.
Yeah. Now I've got to try and get this drum off. Now, I was hoping I'd just be able to pull that off there, Claire, but that may need a little bit of gentle persuasion. See, it's binding on a bit, you see. You can hear that?
I can.
I don't want to break anything, so I don't want to lever at this point. At some point I may have to, but because I don't know, because I haven't looked what's like inside there, I don't know what I might be breaking. So that's moved the drum, but obviously levered it on a bit more now, so I may have to. I don't want to break the back plate or the drum. We're getting there.
Yeah.
It's a good job you weren't filming, because your editing would have been just full of bleeps.
Yes.
What I'm resorting to, I can't adjust the brakes off, slacken them off. I think I've mentioned that already. I don't want to smash the drum up metal to metal. There's not a great deal of room. I haven't got much to work with. And what I've done is I've just cut myself a little bit of wood and I'm starting to just go around and tap around, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see from there, Claire, but
Yeah, you can. Let me zoom in.
it's starting to come away.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd have liked this on the ramp, but I did measure it up earlier. I don't know that our ramp will get under there because it's so narrow, this car.
Well, it struggled with the Fiesta, didn't it,
Exactly,
to be honest?
But it's getting there, it's just a slow process. But look, we're nearly off. Now I can't move it round. I'll be back in a minute. Ow! Beep! There you go, I saved you a job.
You're
Coming
right.
out your wages. Look how close we are.
Oh,
I say we, you're just sitting there on a chair, aren't you?
yeah, I'm quite comfortable actually.
Yeah, you don't mind this car wet lark, do you?
No.
You just call the shots. As I keep saying to you though, I just don't want to.
Yay!
I don't want to get too excited and break it off. So
No, well done,
it was
you.
worth persevering. But I'll let you come in here now and have a look.
Yep.
So we'll clean the drum out. We've got a machine to do that.
Yep.
You can have a go with that.
I'd love to.
And this is what we'll do. I think the adjusters here are seized.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. The shoes look all right. Right, so that is the drum there, Claire.
Yep.
They're not there, but you want everything that comes off the car to go back on, don't you?
Well, that's the preference.
All right, so what we'll do, we'll get the worst of it out. Some brake cleaner.
Yep.
And then you're going to clean it all up for me, all right?
Yep. Cool.
We'll just do that, and then we're going to go and take it to the other workshop to show everyone, because you know we don't go on holidays.
Yeah.
You know we don't drink or smoke.
No.
Yeah. We don't even get takeaways very often, do we?
Not very often.
But we have got some good tools, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah.
That's where our money goes, folks. You enjoy your holidays on the Costa Brava.
Please send us a postcard.
Yeah.
Literally, we went on 1 3-day holiday once when we first met, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right. It's looking quite sorry for itself in there, isn't it?
I know.
There you go.
Soon sort that out.
See if Mama Claire can show it some love.
Yeah.
Switch this old girl on. You're going to be learning on the job here, Claire, all right? Hope you haven't got dandruff, love.
No, I hope so.
Right, so to your right is a foot pedal. I can't
yeah.
focus very well, and as soon as you hit that, this thing's going to go all over the place. Ready?
Shit.
Yeah, you need to keep your foot on it and get nice and close. That's it. And then move the drum and the gun around.
Yeah.
Every millimetre of that needs to be clean.
I can't see much.
Stop a sec. Let's just tip it up. And can you hold the drum? I can see it. I'm not going to film the whole thing because it's quite awkward and I'm not seeing a great deal. Just trying to get good. But already you can see in the middle there it's starting to clean up.
Yeah.
All right, shall I leave you to it?
Yeah, do.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
There you go, certainly better than it was. It's not like brand new, but it'll do. Give that a good old rinse. Make sure there's no crud in there.
Yeah.
There are some marks, Britmo,
Yeah.
and then 2A7168CY. That'll mean something to somebody out there. Whether that was what it came with or if that's a replacement one. If you want, if I've got any heat proof paint line around, I could make that a nice colour for you, Claire. Right, I'm just going to clean all this up and lubricate it, and then have a go at getting the cylinders off. Let's see, if we do this one first, Claire, it's easier. I can already see. You see that? Does that look familiar?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It looks like one of those rings that came in the kit.
Exactly, yeah.
But one that's split and stretched and all sorts.
Yeah, well, you'd expect that. I'm split and stretched and all sorts after 52 years. So I'm just going to clean up the back, lubricate it. I'll have a little touch, and if it's going to go, then I'll undo it. But if not, I'm not going to do it straight away, because I've learned all the way through doing these cars over the years that patience is a virtue, and it's one that's definitely worth having. But yeah, it all looks doable under there. We're going to keep the flexi hoses for now, because we're not taking it on the road, aren't we?
No.
That could be interesting. But it looks like there's just the brake pipe in the back, and then a bolt, just one bolt down the bottom. But I'm a bloke, so I don't look at the instruction manual, and we'll find out the hard way. Way too big. What about for the nut? Yeah, it's going to be alright for that. So I need a 1/2 inch socket on the back, I think. And then a threepence halfpenny or whatever they put on the brake pipe. I don't know. I'm a metric man. So I've put a spanner on the brake pipe.
Yeah.
Me and brake pipes don't have a good relationship normally. Corroded ones. And it's actually undoing.
Oh. Bit easier than that drum cover then.
I'm actually going to forgive you for being shocked. Say again.
I said a bit easier than that drum cover then.
Well, so far, I don't want to tempt fate too much, but I think there's even a bit of brake fluid dripping out, Claire.
Oh.
That brake fluid is older than you, my love.
Not by much.
Seriously.
To be fair.
Let's keep the mystique going.
Mystique.
Yeah. That's unbelievable, though. Because honestly, these can be a pain, even on like fairly modern cars. But that's out, so I need to undo the bolt at the bottom.
Okay.
So I think it's about 1/2 inch. Get myself a little bit of roll of bluiness. You had some somewhere. Where did you put it, dear? Can you point?
On the table.
Oh, she nods. She gave me one of those nods. On the table?
Yeah.
Table's miles away. Not the easiest to get to with a socket. I thought I was just going to get in there with a socket, but the brake pipe's in the way, so really I need to chance my luck and completely remove that brake pipe, because it joins, if you can imagine behind here,
Yeah.
the pipe joins the 2 cylinders.
Yeah.
Alright, so I thought I was just going to get away with doing one at a time, you know, one side at a time. Since when did I ever get lucky, eh? You're supposed to say when you met me, dear. Oh, you know, I'm giving you all these lead-ins.
Yeah, I know.
This one's awkward to get to. It's quite rusted up, so I need to get it clean so I can get a socket on there cleanly, spanner on there cleanly. What you don't want to do is not getting a good grip, because that's when you tend to end up rounding things off or breaking rusty brake pipes. But that isn't the easiest to get to. I may need a short spanner. Oh, of course, you've got the flexi hose going into that one as well. Look. Awesome. I think a lot of non-mechanical people would probably be quite horrified if they realised how, you know, tentatively their braking system relies on tiny little bits of pipe and hoses and stuff.
Well, I think so, especially in this one. And if I understand rightly from Kim's book, the master brake cylinder only really holds a small amount of fluid.
Yeah,
so
I
if
think so.
So if there's any kind of leak or anything, you're going to lose that fluid pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And you will be without any brakes.
Yeah, I think from what I saw on another YouTube channel, there's a guy, Metamorphic Wonders, I think I might have mentioned him before, he's brilliant. He's actually kind of doing more restorational type mechanics than we're doing.
Yeah.
On one of these. And he came out with some line with the brakes because he was using proper old asbestos stuff. Because he said like the modern replacement stuff they came out with was no good, and I think he said something then like, well, to be honest, the original stuff wasn't much cop.
Yeah.
But it was slightly better.
Slightly better. Yeah. We'll put a link to his channel in the description.
Yeah, do that. It's been very helpful.
Yeah.
But he just gets on with it, which is good. There we are. Right. Claire, have you got a film of that?
Let's have a look. You show it to me.
This is for my benefit, no one else's. I just want to make sure I put it back the right way around.
Right, let me just do a... Hang on, let me do a close-up shot.
I'm just showing you that it comes off that way around, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to put that on the bench so I don't lose it, okay?
Okay. Got there in the end, eh?
Yep. Well, hopefully now, I can get to that bolt, if I can see it. I really am making a mountain out of a molehill here, you know that, don't you? Crikey, that was loose. So I've got the bolt out the back of the wheel cylinder. That should, I would have thought, be free now. I don't want to whack it, but it might need a little. Is there another bolt holding that in? I can't see. Was that little bolt there? One? That might be a little bolt.
Okay.
The other side. I mean, this is why I should look at the book, shouldn't I?
Yes.
It looks like a little sort of 10mm size thing, possibly the other side. I'm just going to clean out some of the muck around it first. Aha, yeah. You sneaky little thing, it was buried under a load of mud. That says that's 11:30 seconds.
Okay.
But it seemed to fit when I just put it on there.
Okay.
And of course, it comes undone.
Yay, good old PPW.
Not too excited, love.
Forever the optimist.
Yeah, we need the yin and the yang, don't we?
Yeah, we are. You're the pessimist and I'm the optimist. Just as well, eh? Balance
I'm the
each
realist
other.
and you're the what?
No, you're the pessimist and I'm the optimist.
Right, there you go. Cool.
Still not wanting to get off.
I'm hoping I don't have to take the bleed nipple off to get it out. This is where I wish I had one of the guys from the club with me, just to, you know, like, teach me. Because they'll be going, oh, you idiot. Well, they won't, because they're not like that. But they'll know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do that just for safety's sake.
Want to take the bleed nipple out?
Yeah. I really want a socket that will go on it. So that's obviously going to be a different size.
Obviously.
Finally. How long did that 5-minute job take?
Oh, about half an hour.
Right.
There we go, that's a wheel cylinder.
Right here. So now I'm going to put that on the bench and stare at it for a little while, to be honest.
Figure out. Oh, bit of fluid there.
It was from the cylinder, not me.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, but not that old yet. But yeah, look, there's some bits of washer down here. I just need to gather everything together, put it on the bench. You've got to go off and do your stuff, haven't you?
Yep.
So we'd intended to do, what, 4 cylinders?
Yeah.
I knew that YouTube slows you down a bit.
Not that much, to be
I'm
fair.
prepared for that. Oh, it does. Let's be honest, filming slows it down. But it just goes to show that you've got to budget a lot more time with an old car, especially when you're learning on the job.
That's right.
But there we go. I'll put them on the bench, and my next job will be to work out how the cylinder comes free, and then to do the seal kit. Right, dear, before you head off to mothers and fathers,
Yes.
I need to get on.
Okay.
All right, and just for if anyone's still watching at this point, this has been the longest update ever. Nothing to do with the car, all to do with me and my bad back, which I finally went to the doctors. And they just said it's sciatica, and I've just got to take it a bit easy, take painkillers, possibly get some physio. But I'm going to try and do what I can, and I need to get on today, Claire, otherwise you're never going to have a video, and I know YouTube is your baby, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So what I've done, remember in the last little bit, I took the wheel cylinders off. You haven't been up here since, have you?
No, I haven't.
So I finally got them apart, and this is what they look like apart. If I take them out of there, they're in cleaner at the moment, although to be honest I don't really need them in there. So what was happening was, you could see how sort of crusted up they are.
Yeah.
The seal, which is massively swollen, because that's nothing like that size, that's the size of it. There.
Yeah. Gosh.
I couldn't show you it in the other one, because what happened was, the only way I could get them undone in the end, I tried everything, was it massed so much heat that they were, I mean, this is the heat gun I use, so much heat that they were literally on fire inside. The rubber caught fire.
Oh.
And I was like a circus act with a pair of mole grips on each part, and eventually it came apart. Now, I want to try and get the other ones off today.
Okay.
Whilst you're out, if I can, because remember that was a bit of a slog in itself, when it getting that wheel hub off and getting the brake drum off and everything.
Yeah.
And then get them soaking, because that's what I did. I'd soak them for a couple of days in diesel and ATF.
Yeah.
And I want to at least soak them for another day, and we'll try the same again tomorrow. So you might get to see it, you might not. But anyway, so that's what they look like when they come apart. That's what they should look like.
Wow. Did you get a new one?
No, that is the old one.
No way. In the Vapor Blaster?
Yeah, in the Vapor Blaster, and then some really fine wet and dry inside, and then I've cleaned and blown and cleaned and blown to within an inch of its life, because I don't want any crud or anything in there.
That's come up amazing.
Oh, yeah, it looks it. But to be honest, and I will still say this again and again and again, if I was taking this on the road, I'd have just either got new ones, or I'd have taken them up to Past Parts up the road, who would professionally refurb them, because they'll check that everything is right. But for what we're doing, that's fine. Trouble is, you're not going to see that once it's on.
Oh, I know. We know, though.
The only thing I haven't cleaned to within an inch of its life is the brake part. I've cleaned it up a bit.
Okay.
I've blown it through. I've blown brake cleaner through, dried it and everything. What I don't want to do is just risk breaking that you know, doing any damage to it whatsoever. You're not going to see it anyway, but it's all fine. I cleaned up the threads and made sure that's all right. Looks like they're actually steel. And that's silver underneath there. I don't know if you can see that. But that's it there. I need to crack on. I'll try and get those other ones off today. I might get that one back on today, that side. Then I've got to try and get underneath and get the master cylinder off. But I'll probably do that when you're here.
Okay. Simply
because if I can't get up, I'm going to need that hand. And we'll hopefully get a video out for the people soon. And I'm saying that now. If they're watching this, we did it. If not, it'll stay on your phone forever.
346 minutes later.
So, to your delight, I'm sure, on the driver's side, the off side, whilst you were out, the drum came off really easy.
Okay.
The cylinders and everything, pipe came off pretty easy. One of the wheel cylinders actually came apart how I'd expect it to.
Oh.
And I thought, oh no, you're going to be gutted because they're not seized. But one of them was seized, so it's been in here all day.
And what's that a mix of in there?
That's diesel and ATF.
Okay.
It's a bit minging. What I'll do, I'll just take these two bolts out and I'll show you what we're going to do. Just bear with me a moment.
Yeah.
We don't really need those in the way. I'll just check him, you know, it might come free just from being in there. This is we're pulling a late night one, by the way, aren't we, dear?
We are.
This is how we roll when the kids aren't here.
Yeah. They're not away very often, and this is how we choose to spend our time.
That should fit on there. There. Right. I was going to say, these, I've used these so many times on the other cylinders, they're all pretty much set up to how I wanted them. But that's not going to, I don't want to force it anymore than that, so I don't want to chew the cogs up. So what I'm going to do, I might just move that round to a different angle, is I'm going to heat the bejesus out of this.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll melt inside, because what had happened before is the seals, there's one there, they've swollen so much.
Yeah.
I think it's more that than corrosion that's doing it. So let's see what happens. You know it's getting serious, the goggles are on. There we are, I think that moved then. Now, how many times have I said this on our channel, but we need smell-o-vision. Can you smell that? It's like being at the banger racing.
It is a bit, it's good.
Still want to get any of those cogs, you see, that's why I'm being a little bit timid with it. There we are. Don't worry, you dear. You jumped backwards,
I was a little anxious.
Right. Well, you're not going to be surprised. Well, I'm in no rush to pick that up.
Yeah, I think we might leave those to cool for a while, shall we?
But you can see that how swollen, I mean, some of that will be me heating it as to how swollen that is in there, but I can, I don't know if that will help you at all. But that's the only way I've found of getting them apart. And for the purpose of this video, we want to rebuild them. So once that's cooled down, I'll give it a quick blast in the vapor blaster, a little bit of wet and dry, put some new seals on, put it back together. That'll be good as new-ish. Honest. Right. So the wheel cylinders are done. We've got the master cylinder under here, Claire.
Yeah.
I sprayed a bit of penetrant on there the other day to give us a bit of a chance. Obviously I haven't looked at what I'm supposed to be doing, but there seems to be two pipes coming off the back.
Right.
I think I may have mentioned this before, but I'm sorry if I'm repeating it, but I've got to familiarise myself with it. There seems to be, I think, 4 holding it inside. There is actually a little slave cylinder at the back, but we're not going to do that at this stage of this. So you never know, it might even still work. Because funnily enough, when you weren't here the other day, I put my foot on the brake when it was disconnected the other side, and the flexi hose there, brake fluid shot out. So even from this cylinder, which hopefully you'll see in a few minutes, there was some power. So do you want me to just quickly show you under here, because I've got some better light.
There you go.
And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I can't film under here whilst I'm doing it. But there it is. Anyone looking, you can see 2 brake pipes here. There's I think a piston at the front. There's a return spring. I don't know if that's attached to it. We'll find out in a minute. So I'm going to undo these from underneath and the 4 at the top from inside, and hopefully that will drop down. Do I have to take the whole pedal out? You don't have to take the whole pedal out, do you? Oh.
Do you want to have a look at the diagrams on the workshop manual?
No. It appears it has to come out with the whole brake pedal. So I'm going to try and take this off, the actual pedal. I've took the rubber off.
Okay.
I'm going to try and take this off, undo that, and then see what happens, really.
Okay.
And this is the way blokes do things, Claire, I'm afraid.
Is this like the blokes never asking for directions thing?
Just looking at a manual was enough of a failure in my eyes.
I must admit, having had a look at some of them myself, those exploded diagrams are enough to make your retinas burn, aren't they?
Well, see, the thing is, I've got some old mags from like the 50s and 60s, not those sort, 50s and 60s. And people used to do a lot of mechanics.
Yeah.
You know, they'd take engines apart and stuff at home. It was standard. So this would all be normal. Like nowadays, you know, if you were to get someone to do this, it'd be, you know, quite unusual, especially, you know, on a modern car or anything. So I've undone that, look.
Yeah.
Whilst I was waffling, I'll undo this. And then somehow that's got to like come through the body. Oh, I can see it all moving. See that? See that? Look, it's dropping, Claire.
Oh, gold. Yeah.
I know. I'm a bit worried because there's one of the pipes is hanging in the way of that as well.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, good. Right. I've got to quickly get underneath.
Okay.
I need my light. Right. What have we got now? So let's just get that pipe out of the way. Get the spring off. And what a palaver.
I'm no Mystic Meg, but I can see this being a right pain in the arse to get back in, can you?
There you go. What I'll do, hark back to my old fishing days, Claire.
Yep.
There's one I caught. If I hold it out, it looks bigger. There you go. Personal best, this one.
Yeah, how much does it weigh?
400 pounds. Right, anyway, I need to go and clean that up. And I'm really confused now. This isn't what I expected to be holding in my hands right now. I've never seen a master cylinder quite like that, but let's go and have a look. I thought what we'd do, Claire, is just have a quick look at what we've got here. So it's all, by the looks of it, to do with the internals here. I was wondering if we had a spare washer there, but that doesn't seem to come in the kit.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll open that kit in a minute. That's fine, that's just like to stop it banging against the floor, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I've got to try and work out now. Okay, yeah, is I've got to disassemble this. So I'm looking there, there's a split pin in there. And a clevis pin. See there?
Yep.
I reckon if I get that out, I'm somewhere. I don't know where yet. But does that ever come off here? No, because there's studs through there. Gosh, isn't it exciting?
Yeah, it genuinely is.
But that should be no bother. We've just put all the tools away, so we had a tidy workbench, so now I've got to go and get... Oh, I don't even think I need any pliers, look. I could do with some light. This is where these Amazon photo camera lights have come in really handy, haven't they?
They have.
I made a little UK Barn Finds Amazon shop showing all the bits that we use.
Right.
And I'll put a link, if you remind me, in the description when we do this.
Okay.
So that if anyone wants to buy anything from it, or sees the bits that we use, it's all there. But also, Amazon apparently give us a little bit of money back, so...
Help support the channel.
It would, because we don't want any of your money. It doesn't cost any more. I'm going to have to get a set of pliers, Claire. Can you wait a minute?
Yeah.
You sure? You're very impatient, usually. I know we try to keep everything original, but I think we may need to invest in a new split pin here, because that is pretty mullered. Should come out now. I'm just going to go back. Do you know when you were saying about men don't ask for directions, which is absolutely true. But, and you'll know this, I won't go anywhere without my sat-nav, will I?
No, that's true. That is true.
Certain irony in that. I just got to try and... it's just a bit gunked up, that's all, a bit of rust.
And just zooming in a bit here.
Yeah, probably... If I brought the right tools over, it'd be out by now, but that would involve walking all the way over to the toolbox, wouldn't it?
Well, this is real life, isn't it, on our YouTube channel? We're no Ed China.
No. I'll just get a little drift and tap that through.
Okay.
The good thing is, when this goes back together... Oh, hang on, what's going on there? Is that it? It should be a lot easier. Just zoom in on that, Claire.
Yep.
Probably not going to use that on YouTube, but when I come to struggle to put it back together, I've got to remember it goes in that hole. Right. So now we've got that there, and this is flopping around, and this is all going to be part of the kit we've got that is here. The bit that's a bit worrying for me is that this is some kind of retainer that's come out of place here. That isn't in the kit.
Right.
I would have thought this all pulls out now. So that, a bit like the
Nice
wheel.
shine a light down there. Where's
light.
the light gone? That's it.
So there you go.
That's better, we can
That's
see
what
now.
we're dealing with. And it's quite important that you get as much footage and photos of that as possible. Because somehow we've got to replicate that.
Okay.
And that's not going to be easy.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
This is one of those jobs that I thought was actually going to be reasonably straightforward.
Oh dear, look. Should never do that.
Right. So that's there. Let's keep that out of the way. That needs to be gone.
Yeah, it's done its time, hasn't it?
Yeah. So somehow I'm going to... Oh dear. We'll keep that because I'm not sure exactly what that does. I'm wondering whether I should be putting that back in there and pulling out like that. See what I mean?
I do. Worth a go.
I'll tell you what, just put that in there for now. That's seized. I thought Oh no, it goes in and out. All right. So that must. I must have to dig that bit out then. Cool, that's fun, isn't it? So that'll sit in a little recess, that silver disc you can see there.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing is that in the packaging. That looks different though. I'm a bit worried, Claire. What have we got ourselves into here? So I still haven't worked this out. You can see there, I haven't touched it yet. Just been scraping away a bit of the dirt, but there's a kink in that there. So I don't think whatever that is like fluid retaining necessarily. But someone else has obviously had a job of getting that back in there at some point. So this is another one of those, and I've said it loads of times, where that'd been nice to have been with someone who'd done one before. So now it's actually dried up and I can see that bit that I thought was all bent, that side, although I do think it's bent that side,
Yeah.
is a circlip.
Oh, okay. What's the circlip?
And I knew you were going to ask that, so I just went to go. So, like, you know, let's find one that's not attached to a million others. There's all different shapes and sizes, obviously, because it'd be too easy just to have one or two. So basically, that will you'll need to squeeze it in. That's like one bit of a spring, really.
Oh, okay.
And you'll squeeze that in somewhere. I brought a set of pliers over, but these will probably do it, I don't know. So for like this one,
Yeah.
I could squeeze that together like that, and it flies across the workshop. And that's usually what happens with circlips. We'll find that one in about 20 years' time.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they're just a way of, you know, sort of retaining it in there. You squeeze them, pop them in place, let go, and they fit in place. So I've got to try and get that one out without it doing what that last one just did.
Yes, yes.
I'm just disappointed that you didn't track that one as it shot across the workshop.
You know, a bit like the golf cameramen and women that do that. That's incredible how they track a golf ball like that.
Even they'd have had a job with that one.
I think they might have done, yeah.
These aren't really the right tools, but we've never got the right tools. We've got loads of tools here, me being the biggest one, but never the right.
I'm saying nothing.
I've read the comments on our videos, dear. This is free now, this circlip. If you stand back a sec, in case it pings out, I wanted to see where it goes. Now, do you want to tell everyone what we did to make sure that came out? After we established that it was a circlip and not a thing.
Well, we cleaned all round it, didn't we? Got rid of all the gunk.
And what's the most important thing we did? You're looking very confused, my dear. You don't like it when I put you on the spot.
No, I don't.
We went and made a cup of coffee.
Oh, right, yeah.
No, we put some penetrant on it, left it, came back and cleaned it. I've just got in there with some various different circlip pliers that I'm trying to show you. It's come free. That will now lift out of there.
That's the Great British Rain you can hear in the background, by the way, folks.
Like, isn't it just?
It's absolute downpour today.
Might not pick it up on the mics if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Right, that's the circlip. I need a way of keeping all these bits together. We've got the springs. That one that we're still not 100% sure on. Right, so now I don't, normally what would happen, I think, is this would just pull out. I'll give it a go, but the trouble is everything's going to be seized. That's just not going to be easy. What I might do is try what I did before with the screwdriver in there. It's a Clevis pin. I'll probably need to go to my other bench in a little while and try a vice, because that does not want to come out yet, Claire.
No.
I'll put it on the floor and just see what happens, really. Ah, there we go.
Yay!
Right, are you filming?
I am.
Good, because I need to kind of know what order everything goes in. And what I'd like to do at this point, before I pull all that out of there, I'm going to get the other kit we've got
Yeah.
And lay it out in the order that this comes out.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
So when I put it back together, I'm not guessing basically, and then I just need to clear up that bit of fluid on the floor. But that actually came out a bit easier than I thought there. Right, let's go for it. So we know that that goes on the outside. So, you know, the outside of the cylinder.
Yeah.
So what we've got now, I think there's 6 bits in this kit. I think we established, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to put those, tell you what, I'm going to get one more bit of blue roll clear for now. Let's get that out of shot. Can you see all right? Is the light good?
It's okay.
Okay, I'm going to put these 5 bits here for now. Get rid of the packaging. Okay, so let's get that. We might as well get that right out of the way. Put that there, look. I don't think there's any rubber there, is there? Just sometimes it's so hard to tell when something's really old. But we know where that goes. Right, so I'm going to try and pull this out and have a look.
That's thunder.
Lovely. So at the moment, we've got this one piston bit. Then there's going to be more in there because there's a spring and all sorts in there. So this 100% better be recording because otherwise I'm not going to remember how it all goes back together. Alright, I'm going to clean that up quickly. But that has got like a tapered, it's definitely not that, it's not, I would say that's that.
Okay. And don't forget the lips have to go in the direction of the fluid.
I'm just going to pull that off a sec so you can see it fits on there, look.
Yeah.
With the narrow, I don't know which way you describe it, but the recessed bit into the groove there. We're going to clean all of this up and then we're going to check the video and make sure it all goes back in the right way. So I'm guessing now, can you see that? There's a washer in here.
Yeah.
I've got to work out how to try and get this out now. Ah, it may just be that I can tip this. We'll find out. It's coming out. It's very thin. I'm just going to, not going to prise it. It's hanging there. It's just, I don't know if you can see. Look.
No.
Look there. I just want to. There we go.
There we go.
So that's that really thin washer. I mean, that is so thin. Okay, we're going to keep all the old bits. What on earth have I got now? Is that rubber or is that metal? Look, that's just a mush in there. There we are. So that is on top of the spring, like that. So that'd be like that. Now we've got a bloody helicopter going over. We've got it all today, haven't we? Thunder, lightning and helicopters. Right, you watching?
Yeah.
So that one, thank you Mr. Apache, that I've got really dirty hands. Is that one? Okay?
Yeah, I think
it's quite important that we get this right. Now the spring, as it comes out, I'm saying all this for my own benefit on the video, has got like an insert there. It's the narrower, the smaller one is the end pointing outwards. Down the bottom there I can see another rubber.
right.
So I'm going to try and get that out. Finally, that was just held in there with gunk.
Show me.
But because I couldn't find the picks, we've tried everything imaginable, and I had to make one just to hook it out. I just wanted to hook it out. But there you go, that's the last bit. So that goes that side of there, and that one we know is that one. So the only one we've got to work out, Claire,
Yeah.
somewhere along the way, unless it's in one of these, we've got this cap here. Now, I'm not going to touch that.
That's refer to the diagram.
Yeah, how we're going to clean all this up, because obviously this is a bit different than the wheel cylinders that we did. If I blast this, my only concern is the fact we've got obviously this cap here, we've got a reservoir here,
Right.
and I don't want to get muck in there, but by the same token, I'd like to be able to clean that out, because that is pretty grim in there. Okay, as you can see, I made an executive decision. Basically, there was so much crud in the reservoir in there.
Yeah.
Excuse me, dear. That I thought I might as well blast it anyway, because I wasn't going to make it any worse than it was, and it meant that I could do in there. So what I've done, I've blasted it as best I can quickly in the vapor blaster. I've then rinsed and blown and rinsed and blown and rinsed and blown, as you'll have heard, Claire.
Yeah.
Compressor's been going 19 to the dozen to make sure that there's nothing still in there. Looking at it, I think you can just take that part of the master, we can take the master cylinder off. There's a gasket in between there, but this will do for what we're trying to do, okay?
Yeah.
We had a quick look at the bits, didn't we? We laid them out.
Yeah, we've had a good look at the diagram.
Cleaned the spring, cleaned the piston bit there. The only thing that's confusing me, well not confusing me, we know that this bit that was hanging loose is sort of goes on there, but my word, that's like just on there. So I don't know exactly what that's supposed to do, whether that should be tighter or what, but that's all we've got to work with. So what we're going to do, we're just going to replicate what we've taken out. The first thing for me is going to be to take that off there, clean that up a little bit, put that seal on, and then just reassemble it all.
Yeah.
It's time to put this back on the car. Before we went, we've just been back indoors to thaw out, and I've put overalls on because I'm freezing. We got the boot on. That ring that we were worried about obviously does fit on a bit more snug now. I do need to grease this at some point. There's a grease nipple there. I don't know how much you can see. It's getting really dark outside. The weather is terrible. I was hoping to sort of bleed this on its own first. Crikey, you got a light right in my face there, dear. I was going to put a couple of bleed nipples in there and just see if I could bleed that out a bit first. But I haven't got any, I'm guessing they're Imperial, because I tried a couple of metric ones, they wouldn't fit and I didn't want to force them. So we're just going to have to force a load of air through our brake system. So this could end in tears, I guess. But we need to put it back on the car, so I need to get underneath, pop that through like that, somehow push those up through the holes and get the bolts on, and hope that this workshop doesn't blow down.
I know.
It's starting to get a little bit
There's
scary.
a proper storm going on now.
Right, let's give it a go then.
Okay.
Let there be light. Can't remember where, oh there.
Yep. Down. Up. Down. Up.
The following day.
Right, so this is it. I can't believe it. Let's see if we can actually drive PPW. Oh, okay, check out. Key. Start. Let's put that choke in a little bit. First gear. Handbrake off. Let's see if she'll do it. She's good. She's going. She's going. She's going. I can't believe it. I can't believe she's driving. I can't believe she's driving. After 52 years.
That means you will not be getting a, well, you'll get a does it start video, but the answer is no.